Right, I'm here with Gifty right now. She's going to explain to me the cost of living in Dallas, Texas. So what's going on with the cost of living? You guys suffering from a cost of living crisis
too? So on a grand scale, not even just Dallas, I would say that inflation is so crazy and cost of living is so expensive.
What's the inflation rate at the moment in Dallas, Fort Worth, or maybe in America at the moment?
Like, the best example I could give you is like a couple months ago, just eggs. Like a carton of eggs was like $8.
Okay, and how many? So there's 12 in a, there's 6 in a dozen. So there's whole, yeah, there's 12.
You can buy a 12 pack.
Okay, so $12, 12 pack. How much was in the 12? How much did the 12 pack cost?
So usually a carton of eggs would be around $3 the most, right?
Cool.
It was $8.
So
$8 to $10.
So $8 to $10. So I'm gonna put it on an extreme scale. So $10 is about £7.50. So £7.50 for 12 eggs. Now that is bad. In London, we're not paying that sort of price. We might pay about £6, but not £7.50.
Yeah, that was a couple months ago. And so I feel like it's almost like a psychological programming, because like you're depriving people of their way of living, and like essentially making them live check to check, or having to cut down on so many luxuries that they're used to, or just like struggling, you know, really struggling.
And what does that do to people then?
Again, that goes back to like, I feel like that's why people are so money hungry right now. Everyone is willing to do any and everything for money. And it's like, it's kind of like what you said earlier, like money is becoming like a religion in the United States, because everything here is so capitalism driven. Like, it's driven by capitalism, and it's like people are working and slaving and not being able to have a life, and not being able to live the way they want, and not being able to like provide the things that all they need. You know, they're having to like, I mean, I've seen people like cut back on so much. I've seen people cry. Like, oh wow, yeah, money rise is a real thing, isn't it? It's sad, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. I can relate to that.
The cost of living is just like, it's extremely going up. It's crazy. And I also think it's because people are leaving their states, how expensive their states are, coming to Texas too.
Because Texas is quite cheap, isn't it?
But then you're just skyrocketing Texas. You get what I'm saying? So that too. And it's not just Texas. I think it's just like on a grand scale across the nation.
As in, cost of living crisis has just hit America hard, yeah? Yeah,
like rent prices are crazy. Rent is crazy.
What would you say a nice one-bedroom flat, or maybe an apartment, a flat, I call it apartment, you guys call it apartment, I call it flat. What would you say average price is?
1 bedroom?
Yeah.
In this area?
Okay, let them know what area we're in first, and then, yeah.
Okay, well, like, Dallas, Texas,
yeah,
and averaging right now, currently, with inflation and all, probably like $1,500 plus.
So that's about £1,200. So it's about £1,200 for a one-bedroom flat / apartment.
Yeah.
And does that include bills, utilities? So we're talking electricity, AC.
That's not included.
Oh wow, so that's quite pricey.
Yeah.
What would you say is the average wage then here?
And then think, that's your rent.
Yeah.
Utilities not included.
Yeah.
You still got to get groceries. You still need gas. You still need to take care of yourself. Some people have car payments, other bills, credit cards, whatever it is. So you can only imagine.
What would
that's
you
like
say
a mortgage.
What's the average wage then for someone that lives in Texas? I don't know, average, I don't know, is it $3,000?
So minimum is $7 an hour. No, average is like 15, 16. Right now it probably would be 17, I would say. But yeah.
Okay, and what would that mean in a month? Would someone earn $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month? Is that
$2,000?
$2,000. Oh wow! So they have to pay
over.
So they'll pay $1,200 for the fifth, so about $1,200 to $1,500 for their space to stay, and then you've got to factor in utilities, and then you've got to factor in groceries. And
a lot of people have 2 jobs, 2-3 jobs.
2-3 jobs. Don't you get taxed more on that?
Yeah, you get taxed on that.
Oh wow.
But then you get your tax return at the beginning of next year, but yeah, still.
Oh wow.
People have side jobs.
So America really is the land of
which
hustling.
Is why they say go to school, so you can have a high earning career.
Oh right, so it goes back to getting an education. So which
again, the education system is just, you're paying a lot of money. To get the paperwork, so you can be what, 100K in debt before you know it, by age of 23, 24. Yeah, that's the system.
So what would you say top 3 things people need to do in order to avoid the cost of living crisis here in Texas?
So I think it's different for everyone. Are you just moving here? Like for someone who would be just moving here?
Let's say a family of, let's say a mom, dad and 2 kids, how can they save money?
A mom, dad, and 2 kids.
Oh, do you know what? Let's make it more real, because
okay,
let's say you just moved here from out of state. Let's say you moved here from, I don't know, Oklahoma, and you're here by yourself. You've got no partner, you've got no kids. How can you save money and make money?
Now, are you moving from Oklahoma with a degree, with skills?
Oh wow, okay.
Experience and anything?
Let's do one without no qualifications, and then one with a bachelor's degree, 4 years. So let's start with the no qualifications.
Like not even a high school diploma?
Just out of high school. Let's say 19. Just out of high school. Yeah.
Okay. Personally, if you're just out of high school and you don't know what to do, I would definitely suggest go to trade school. Find a trade like plumbing or mowing or just a skill, a hands-on skill that will never go out of business. Like, because mind you, technology is skyrocketing right now. So find a skill that will never go out of business, master that, and like scale that to grow as much as you can if you're just out of high school. Or the other thing, if you're just out of high school, I would say go straight to university. Well, my first suggestion would be learn yourself. Figure out what could you do for the rest of your life. What skills do you have? What are you good at? What are you passionate about? Take like time to really sit down with yourself. Once you figure that out, go straight to university. Focus, lock in, you know, get that degree. Develop those connections, network, internships, whatever you got to do. Get your degree so that you can get a high earning income straight out of school. Even yes, I know the debts are bad, but if you get that high earning income, you'll pay it off eventually.
But then again, if you're going into debt for education, it's worth going into debt, because you get a return on investment, maybe 10, 15 years. But at least you got yourself into debt, you knuckled down for 3 years, and then from there on, you won't have to struggle from paycheck to paycheck or scrounging around, or, you know, after a while, people start running away from people not making money, unfortunately. Okay, fair enough, cool. So that's what you'd say. You'd say get a trade.
Out of high school,
Get a trade. So electrician, plumber, mower, okay, welding, locksmith, that sort of thing. Cool. Suppose you've got a degree, maybe business IT. So business IT, you've left college. You're 23 now, or university. You've left.
Oh, come on. Sorry.
Is this us?
Yes.
All right.